What's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, I seen a lot. I seen like a few producers on Twitter talking about this French Montana album, and I don't know what it is, bro. But I cannot get into French's music like at all. It's so hard.
OG Talk, Project Halls, 40 side where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, I get a hood classics. Something to open your mind instead of going out crashing. How was you real when you hate the real? My nigga, I'm simply asking. Can't just talk about the plan, you gotta put it in. Ain't no pity party for yourself. You gotta get up, rise for your wealth. Can't spend all that time in your feelings trying to sympathize with yourself. Don't nobody owe you. Ain't nobody holding you back. You stuck in illusions, attached to something that ain't even that. South Beach, Nassau, Amalfi, Maldives, same beach. Unless you are after something most men just can't see. Shorty off the block, shorty off the runway, same free. We all got the access to open doors like we share the same key. OG Talk.
A lot of things go down like incarceration, crime, drugs, violence. Out of all of this, you gotta look for the positive.
OG Talk. OG Talk, OG Talk. Project Halls, 40 side where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Damn, niggas really gotta jump it. They finally gave Nas a Grammy just for me to go. That wasn't the goal. First clip was a warning shot, nigga. We spinning back up the road. Through the barrows, pull up a rose, empty the bitch and reload. You been in it this long, it's gon' look like it's magic. Only Allen that my niggas knew was right, cause it's statin. You get your first V12, tap the pedal and stab it. Get your first 10 milli, watch that shit like a habit. OG Talk, shout out 41st, Jackson Heights, Flushing Elmhurst. Keep your blicky, you know how the streets work. Seen too many of us die over the turf. OG Talk, Project Halls, 40 side where niggas seen it all. I can send niggas a slide. I'd rather show them the ropes. Integrity matters the most. I get a hood hope. Till then, we gon' be thugging behind a project building, plotting on a way that we could make a million, a billion. Until then, we gon' be thugging.
I hear it all the time when the album coming. They be thinking this shit happened overnight, like I ain't constantly been putting in work, grinding, going hard, and nobody giving a fuck. They don't see family and friends on they flip shit. Niggas sneak dissing and they want to come talk all in your face like everything cool. Day one's not giving a fuck, you know what I mean? Turning their back on you. Do it all, big and small, I stood tall.
Heat makers, crack music.
Got props, my resume is impeccable. Part and self, I'll be spawned for wreck. Steady mobbing, keep a phone on deck. No messy Marvin, I ain't starving for sex. I'm different, out of sight, but I'm arm's distance. Garments vintage, no rivals now non-existent. Pop pimp shit, praise is a part of my ways. Hardly age, no grades, plus my barber could blaze the flyers. Since the 90s had nigga writers, revenge is priceless. You're seeking your highness, I'm in his likeness. License, real on vice, preserved on chill. Spill that will when I light my herbless bill. Bigger checks for a big exec. I'm getting money, fuck who getting upset. I can't do it. Sucker shit, see right through it. Could never cuff a chick, I just get right to it. Was taught well. Time is the answer to all. Take a peek.
Yo, what's up, guys? So I had a pretty fun week this week. Oh man, I destroyed myself. I don't know what happened, right? But I was I went into a Guitar Center because like ever since they got their restocks, since after the stores were looking really light, they had like they have decent pedals in there. And normally, like if I'm gonna go to like a physical location to get a pedal, I got to go to like Sam Ash because all Guitar Center have is like Rats and TC Electronic stuff, right? So I looked on their site, noticed that they had like Julia's and Juliana's there, and my chorus game, the the Dreadbox, like I like it, but it's kind of noisy and annoying. Um, it's just it's dope, but it's not what I wanted to use for the Juno. So I wanted to get um 607 and Dirt One from the Discord. They've been bugging me for like a year and a half. Like, bro, when are you gonna get a good chorus? When are you gonna get a good chorus? When are you gonna get a good chorus? Get this Juliana. Get this Juliana. Get this Juliana. Stop using the plugin. Da 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 da. That chorus that you got is trash. The Boss chorus is trash, right? So the Boss chorus didn't work. So I go into the Guitar Center, right? It's like first thing when they open up, everybody's in a good mood. Like, what do you want? I'm like, just I want a Juliana. Oh, you know exactly what you want. So I get it, and the guitar section is up in the front. I'm like, you know what? Let me go back into the pro audio section. Let me go back into the keyboard section, and maybe they got like a used Akai Force for $450, or like maybe they got like some weird deal, that's that I could take advantage of. I just wanted to see if there was like maybe something used. And I walk back there, and this was sitting there. This thing. Now I'd never seen no Prophet like 6 or 5 or 10, much less in person, right? So I'm just like, wow. And it's plugged into an amp. So I'm like, hey, can't hurt to play it. Oh, it did hurt. Hurt my pockets. Because I sat there for about half an hour. I sat there for about like half an hour going through the patches, playing it, and I was like, I have to leave with this, and like I'm an impulse buyer. Like if I was in a situation where like I would never have this. I would never have this. I didn't even know how much it cost when I bought it. Like I would never buy this. I would never buy this. If I would have never touched it, I would have never got this, right? I never got a 10 voice monosynth. Polyphonic monosynth. I just wouldn't have done it, right? Like I just wouldn't have been able to talk myself into it. But when you hear it as a Prophet fan, just so I went a little nuts. I went and I picked it up, and then I was like, I need to fix this pedal situation that I have, just make it so that I could use them all and stop looking at it. So I got like this is a pedal train this it's not the Nano, it's the size above it, and it comes with like Velcro, so that you can lay the Velcro strips out on the actual pedal board, and then you put Velcro on the back of your pedals. The ones that you're gonna keep, not the ones that you're gonna sell, because that'll make your resale value go down like real quick. So the pedals that I have on there, I'm not flipping or anything like that, right? So I went ahead, put some Velcro down on it, and it's been a super easy, awesome experience. I've had this since like Wednesday, and I haven't been able to stream because I've been feeling extremely weird. I feel great today, so I can make music. I got it home on Wednesday, and as soon as I got home Wednesday, like my nose started running for no reason. I felt dizzy. Thursday, I woke up and I felt like super fatigued. You know what I mean? I didn't know what the hell was going on. Friday, same way yesterday. Felt pretty shit. Wound up having to go to work anyway. That wasn't fun. Today I woke up feel strong, right? Um did you guys check out the new Waves plugin, the EV2, the SSL one? Anybody on the fence about that? I got a chance to use that. I could talk you through it. Tobias, what's up, bro? What's up, Shane? What's up, Blacks Beats? Ashley Gordon, Seven Seas, I see you, bro. AM, what's up? Serious Twick, what's up? B Hoss, what's good, bro? AD, you had the same thing last week, bro. It was weird. I had a runny nose. I had a runny nose for one day. For one day. Are you happy with the levels / headroom on the Electron? I watched a full video and said it might be too low for some. Okay, so there's no. All right, so the thing about the Electron is, like, I haven't opened it up and looked at it, but it's heavy, right? So whatever they're using, like, those distortion paths are analog paths, and I think in order to keep it, under like $1,500, rather than like make really robust preamps on it, they made really robust distortion circuits on it. So like people have asked me like, hey, can I use this to drive my Zulu and stuff like that? Like, no, you can't. You're not gonna get, you know what I'm saying, like 90 dB of clean gain out of this thing, right? And I think that's what people are talking about in those situations. I love it. It's my favorite piece of new gear. I can't believe that, because I've known about it for like 3 years, and I wish I would have bought it the first time I saw it, But I had a Zulu, so I was like, I don't think I need that. And like, no, I needed this. I needed it so much. I'm so mad I haven't had this all this time. It's so great. But yeah, I'm happy with the headroom, because the way that my stuff is routed, like if I need to pick up the gain, I'm just gonna throw it through my SSL6. You know what I mean? If you're just like got your SSL, your Focusrite Scarlett out, and but I haven't even had to gain this thing up, to be honest with you. If I do gain it up, I gain it up in pipeline, but I wind up. Yeah, I'm happy with it. No, I haven't had any like gain struggles with it. But I don't know what application you're trying to use it in. And be careful when you watch other people's videos about, their opinions on stuff like that. Like, make sure that your workflow matches theirs. You know what I mean? Before you go getting concerned with their concerns. Because we all don't have the same concerns. Shane says there's something going around besides the obvious. Well, no, I do not have the obvious. I mean, unless I do, but if I do have the obvious, I'm an anomaly. You know what I mean? That shit don't make no sense. SSL plugins all expired. Now I gotta pay monthly or choose an alternative. Which SSL plugins are you talking about, Ashley? Zach says all XLNs are 50% off right now. So you get RC20 for $49, and you can get XO for $65. That's a deal, man. XO, like if you don't want to spend the money for Sononym, and you just use drums, like XO is such an amazing plugin for like organizing your drums and just being able to find them real quick. Like XO is like the when I seen T- use it, I was just like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do with this. Like all that, like I wish that like when you get rid of the drum sequencer, and like just get rid of the drum sequencer and all that shit, right? That's all completely useless. Why would you ever use that? It's super restrictive. Like unless you're making four on the floor, 1 bar loops, like no, like that shit don't work for us. But the organizer is fire. What do we have? Zach M says Paul Third ripped the EV2. Yeah, I didn't like Paul Third's video. I'm gonna tell you why. I normally thoroughly enjoy Paul Third's videos. He brings he brings justification to his opinions, but I feel like the angle that he took on that plugin, like he didn't review the plugin, right? What he did was he reviewed, like, why did we even release this plugin? And I don't really think, I mean, it's a good conversation, but I know how we get when we have people that we watch, especially like people who are spicy. You know what I mean? You can kind of feed into that stuff, and sometimes you can overlook what's going on. It's like it was like when me and MG were talking about ClickFunnels, right? And a lot of people thought that, like, ClickFunnels themselves were bad things, and I would get like, people would DM me and they'd be like, "Oh, look at this funnel." I'm like, no, you missed it. I didn't say ClickFunnels were bad. I said using ClickFunnels to sell beats is corny, right? That's not how you make music. That's not how you collab with artists. Two different things. So you gotta be careful with stuff like that. Like, my overall take on that plugin is it's a great SSL channel strip, right? If you do not have an SSL channel strip, that would be the one that you get. I don't think that, like, does it have the same curves as CLA Mixhub? Is it the same plugin as CLA Mixhub? Probably, but you didn't need a video to tell you that. You really didn't. Maybe you did. I don't judge you if you did, but you didn't. So it's $30, man. They're Zach, they're both the same. They're both the same. Unless you want, like, if you want to use that bucket workflow, which I promise you do not. Nobody, like, the only people who want to, like, the CLA Mixhub, that was made for, like, older guys who are used to that console workflow and being able to slide their chair back and forth and do this and do this and do this, right? So it's just like, nobody really, nobody who's in, like, my age group or younger is going to be blown away by the bucket workflow, right? You're just anti-waves? Well, I could see why people are anti-waves. Waves make good stuff. Have you guys seen this? Bluff God brought this up in my Discord, and I got it. I got the demo. Trying to get them to give me an NFR. Where is it? How do I get to this guy's page? DJ Swivel. Keep your head on a swivel, young man. Athletic chair slides or geriatric producer goals. Yo, facts. So he's having a sale right now. I don't know what this is about. Oh my God, where are the plugins? God damn it. God damn you, DJ Swivel. Here we go. So this plugin, like, I kind of wrote it off, or I wanted to write it off because it reminded me of, like, that Waves plugin, the Torque plugin or whatever, but it's really doper than that, because what it'll let you do, like, the whole thing is, like, if you ever wanted it does a lot of things, but for drums, if you've ever liked like the tone and the transient of a drum sample, especially like kicks, especially like the kind of kicks that we use, like the rolled off clip kicks, right? But you wanted to tune it better. What this will allow you to do is this will allow you to zoom in. This will allow you to zoom in to the frequency, and you can select like you either do the overtones or you do the octaves of that frequency, and you can boost the octaves of that frequency, right? And then you could take like the fundamental of like the next frequency over that's out of key, and you can take those down. So instead of changing the pitch to tune your drums, you can EQ the out of key EQ the out of key frequencies out and boost the frequencies that are in key or with the fundamental of your song, right? But we'll mess with that here in a second. Let's get some Studio One up. Let's get some Salso Vision half inning. Shall we? That's why you're here. You guys don't care about me. You guys just want to hear this. Let's see here. Let's get. Let's get my preamp set up. Yup. Let's go in. Yeah, auto align is one of the greatest plugins ever made. Like that shit is 24 karat magic. You should see if they have a Black Friday on that too. You guys want to go down real quick? You guys want to go down the list of stuff you need to be looking for if you don't have on Black Friday? Okay, so you should already have a copy of Melodyne Essentials, and you don't need to get for the way that I hack, you don't need to get Melodyne Editor anymore. They changed Melodyne Essentials so that you can use DNA, and you can extract the MIDI into your piano roll. The only thing that you can't do is edit the direct note data inside of Studio One, like in RAA, right? So you don't need that, right? You need to look at Hit and Mix. If you don't have RX8 already, check out my latest tutorial, my latest video that I just published today, right? You need to be looking at what else is Black Friday vibes. You need to look at that auto align. I'm telling you, you need to look at that auto align. Like, you got auto align. You need to look at that. What else? Try to stay away from from UAD, because they're probably going to go subscription. So just hold out. Except for that CVox. That CVox is necessary, especially if you're doing like what we're doing, recording in. But if you guys think of any stuff that that we need to, Rumathy's in the building, bro. But yeah, if you guys think about any stuff that we need to check out for Black Friday, please don't be shy. So let's roll over to Le Salso Vision. If I get the C3PO presets, I won't be sorry. Send me a link for that so I could check that out. I just played that little melody. That's the first thing that came to me from Beat Jesus, and I just feel like maybe we make a Memphis beat for Young Dolph. You know what I mean? Maybe we just start the day like that. How about we do that? Yo, why is Twitter so weird, bro? Like the the shit they were saying after that after all of that happened was so ridiculous. Like there was people on there talking craziness, posting craziness. I know you've seen it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And they were posted just nutball things, and it was just like, bro. And they were like dying on the hills too. They were like, "Nah, I'm bringing you the truth live from Memphis. You know, you seen what happened. It's a war out here." I'm just like, dude, like these are real people. Man, I'm just gonna play this to the metronome. I'm bugging. Let me see here. So much easier. All right, we gotta tweak this. All right, let's go ahead and give this a biggie bounce. Actually, I'm gonna need to go 2 with this because otherwise it's gonna be goofy. Craftmaster, what's up, John Black? Contact versus Omnisphere and why? What? Those are, don't ever compare those two. How about we do that? And the reason why you don't compare those two is because like that's like, so Contact is the world's greatest sampler. Software sampler. Omnisphere is the world's greatest software synth. They don't compare. So which one should you buy? I mean, it depends on what you make. If you say that you make like trap music or hip hop, then you buy Omnisphere. You don't be that guy that's like, oh, I don't like Omnisphere. I didn't need like, no. The only people who say that are the people who cracked it, and they, you know, they didn't need to get their money out of it. I do need to that. Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to sample class. I'm gonna do like a deep dive into Omnisphere because y'all got Omnisphere all the way fucked up. 607 said he wants to know what to main. He sounds like he's just getting his feet wet, so I suggested Contact because a beginner would get more out of it. A beginner? Okay, so caveat, right? If you're asking which one, I'm thinking that's because you're going to buy it, right? If you're gonna crack it, then just crack everything and give your computer aids. But if you're if you're actually gonna purchase it, Contact is the biggest funnel of all time, right? So you get Contact, you get a free string library, then you watch a Team Producer Grind video and they're using the Jade Orchestra. So you go and Google the Jade Orchestra because you too want to make samples like Palace, and you look at the Jade Orchestra for the 4 flute phrases that they're using out of it, and you notice that the Jade Orchestra costs $600. So you're like, okay. Then you go look at Sonosource and you're like, let me get these violin phrases so I can make drill type beats like the other people that I'm seeing on YouTube, right? And you look at that and you see that the string phrases cost $300, right? Or then you want to go, make Travis Scott samples. So you go look at Spaghetti Western and you see the Spaghetti Western library costs $400, right? So then what you wind up doing is you have this legit copy of Contact, but unless you're dedicated to spending another like literally another $1,000 to $2,000. A $1,000 to $2,000. If you're going to spend another $1,000 to $2,000, then you can load contact up with all of the shit that you're seeing the cool people use on online, and then make the stuff that you see that they're using, right? Or you could just get Omnisphere, and Omnisphere has everything inside of it. Omnisphere has keys, Omnisphere has organs, Omnisphere has synths, Omnisphere has basses, Omnisphere even has pianos without keyscape, if you know how to use it. It's super simple. Super duper simple. If you just, do more than click next preset. But yeah, man, get Omnisphere. It's the plug. It's the synth that we all have and we all need to have, because it's the dopest, bro. Just the dopest. What is this tool you use to change your melody into a wave? It is not a tool. It's just I bounced it to audio. Bounce selection. It's every DAW has it. I think even Fruity Loops has it now. See, let's get the old PX out. Sparkle bells. Give me that. Q-ski. You layer this preset with a xylophone? Oh, well. Don't threaten me with a good time, 607. How do you check the frequency of your song in Studio One? You know the 440 and the I don't know, bro. I don't believe that the 808 is making us shoot each other, dog. Like, I don't worry about that shit. No, we about to layer that. He said, you said the expand xylophone. I think I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna try since we're talking about Omnisphere. He said the hertz of the 808 is making the freaking frogs gay. John Black says, how come you don't mess with others like FL Studio, Ableton, Reason, or even Logic? Well, Logic sucks, first of all. Reason really sucks. And then, I don't know, bro, like, oh, you're new. I'm not going to do this to you. But I'm skilled in Pro Tools, Logic. Like the first DAW I ever like started with Pro Tools. Used to mix and master in Cubase for years. Mix and mastered in Pro Tools for years. Made beats in Reason. It sucks. Got Logic. Logic 9 was awesome. I don't like Logic 10. My house got robbed. They stole my Mac. I had to go to a PC. Went to Guitar Center. Was like, what's the program closest to Logic? They were like Studio One. I was like, why? They said because you can copy your key commands over into Studio One. You can use a Logic key command. So I was like, boom. I'm still going to be fast in that. I'll get Studio One. I own Ableton. I own a Push. I own Machine. I own. Like, dude, I use everything. I use everything. But Studio One is the best DAW. Like, there's just no way around it. Especially if you make beats and samples. Like, there's no DAW better than Studio One. If you make beats and samples, it's not even close. And I could say that because I'm not the type of producer who's like, oh, I can't use Ableton. It looks like a spreadsheet. No, I can program the fuck out of Ableton to the point where when people see me use Ableton, they want to use Ableton, and then when they buy Ableton, they're lost and they're like, yo, can I buy your? Can we do a Zoom? Because all that shit you was doing, I don't know how to do. Luna was never it, bro. What are you talking about? Luna was never it. As soon as I figured out what made Luna sound like Luna, I put it into Studio One. That was it, bro. Yeah. Luna's not a doll. Like y'all don't pay attention when these companies talk to you, bro. Like Luna's not a doll. Luna is a recording tool. So if you're gonna record, Luna is lit. But I work in MIDI. Oh, what are we doing? We're finding something to layer this with. Just get the unclean machine. What does a Stone Age harp feel like? Like the 607s doing overdubs. Overdubs is the key. Okay, so all right, so we can't have anything that's detuned. I can't. Everything on this is gonna have the fucking RC20 on it. Let me see what the real. Oh, a kalimba would sound fire on this. A kalimba, yes. No drift though. No drift. Come on, dog. I need no drift. Turn this off. All right. That should be it. That should have been it. Damn it. All right. So Omnisphere is the GOAT. See, here is where, right? Here's where all of you would have said, I hate Omnisphere. I can't use it, right? Right? I want you to understand. There's no bitch in my blood. Watch. Look. So you go to Omnisphere and you're like, yo, I like this kalimba sound, right? So you take it to the lab. You say, all right, so there's an unclean domestic kalimba, and then there's this Blue Nile baseball bat, right? So what happens? And the problem here is because I'm using an analog synth, you can't have like a bunch of other shit that's doing pitch drift. It's gonna sound not good, right? So what if I mute this first sound source? Because the unclean machine, this is the one that's supposed to sound all lo-fi and stuff. So what if I'm looking for a clean sound? What happens if I do this? All right. Now let's listen to the other sound source. This is our problema, right? So I could go into here. See how we have all these sound sources here? And I could just search for a kalimba, right? And it's going to bring me up. It's going to bring me up all of these different kalimbas. You see how like all of these different kalimbas I have that I can just like tweak this preset to the way that I want it to sound. And y'all are out here like, oh no, there's no good sounds in Omnisphere. There's no good sounds. It's so hard to find a good sound. It's so hard to find a good one. You can audition them. Let's roll with this guy, see what he sounds like. Make up for those lows that I stole, right? Tobias, I just bought Unclean Machine. That was the only one that made sense to me. That's the one that made sense to me. You guys making your own, macro bars in Studio One yet? That shit changes everything. The macros are up here, man. Macros. Les macros. Oh, just want to tell you guys real quick, if you're on my email list and you have been thinking about joining sample class, but you don't know, you're looking at the price, you kind of like, check your emails. Check your emails today. Check your emails tomorrow. Check your emails. Check your emails. Check your emails. I have got a special offer for you guys that are on my email list. So check your emails. Does Omnisphere ever go on sale? Does Rolls Royce ever go on sale? I want to show you guys something. If you want to, like, this was something I thought about, like trying to work in the pattern editor, and still being able to do like cool hi-hats. So you want to pitch them, right? Probably, sometimes, maybe. So if you hold down Command, you can copy your pads pretty easy, right? And I'll take this guy. Oh, sorry. Take this guy into here, and let's just make him make sense, right? So make this make sense. So this pad right here, I'll light this up. This pad right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch this sample down 5 semitones, so that's pitched down a fifth. And then I'm gonna take this sample, so this will be my low pitched one, my low pitched hat, and I'll take this one and I'll pitch him up 3 semitones, right? So now you can kind of do stuff like watch, you can do, come on now, you can do this. So like I could take that and make that like pitched hi-hat, and I could copy it, and then I'll make this like regular hi-hat, where we'll take these guys, right? So we're working on trying to build our 9 original patterns, right? Yo, Rubathy, you speeded. You're speeding, my guy. You speeding, but you get it. You get it, Rubathy. Explode the pitches, then you can put your swing on it, and then bring it back down into pattern. Bro, this workflow is nuts, bro. I'm like, Studio One totally fixed this workflow since the last time I used it, and it's amazing. I'm addicted to it. crazy how much high end that Prophet kicks out. And it's not harsh, but it's just like a lot. Like I'm just like, whoa. Are your 808s supposed to hit every time your kicks hit? That is the easiest way to make trap music, right? So once you get to a point where you can find different rhythms, that's where you get to be like really, really good. But yeah, if you're just starting out, bro, put them 808s on the kicks and it's gonna sound right. So all right, so we're gonna make this song, right? And we're gonna do we're gonna come out here and let's see here, we'll do another one. Yeah, right, so this one will just be yo, so chat, I need you to back me up. We have to help our friend here, right? So listen, what you gotta do right now at this point of you making music is you need to don't think anything is too simple or cheating, right? Because what we all do is try to make the simplest thing possible without making the same thing that we made yesterday. That's what this is. And being complicated as fuck is not going to make your shit good. I promise you. So let's look at this. Let's look at this kick thing I was telling you guys about, right? Because I think it's pretty cool, man. So we're in C. We're trying DJ Swivel. Okay, we're just trying it. So let's go to C2, right? And these are the overtones of this frequency, or you can just do the just the octaves, right? So what I want to do is I want to go to this C sharp frequency, get rid of anything that might be dissonant, right? This one, I like it. I like this plugin. It's not. It doesn't do like a whole big woo thing, but it does a little bit. I'm being lazy. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to make sure. O2, you got to make sure that you do everything the way that it makes sense to you, right? If somebody made me use FL Studio, like I wouldn't be doing the stuff that I do. I would have like a completely different path. Like that's what you want to do, Mike? You want to turn all the way up? You want to turn all the way up? I know you want to hear it, bro. I know you want to hear it. I know you want to hear it. Let's go. I can't wait till this is native. This shit is like super sauce. Like this shit ain't even cool. So this is I want to send this to 1, and we want you to receive 1, right? Detect. You ready, Mike? Let's go. Yo. Ah, my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just gonna quit making samples and mix trap. I'm just gonna quit making samples and mix trap. That's what we're gonna do. Says saturation on the saturation and filters. Let's see. I think you guys, somebody else at halftime it. That belligerent ass kick from Poppy's home that I couldn't find anywhere was just tuning in phases alignment. Yes, man. Yes, that's what they do over there. That's what they do over there, bro. Like that's yo. So I'll show you guys something with side chaining. I'm gonna get to you, Christian. But look, so when it comes to mixing, right? When you guys are like chasing that like once you get to a point where you can like always make a loud mix or whatever, and you're trying to get like those pro mixes, the thing about the pro mixes, right? Like if you ever like if you really pay attention to the pro engineers when they get sent something, they always say this. They're like, dude, this mix was 90% there. This mix was 95% there. This mix was almost there. This mix is I don't like I have to listen to their mix because it's not my job to remix it. I don't remix it, right? Like really pay attention to what those guys are saying. They're getting paid to employ like this their taste and a high level skill set that they have, and that high level skill set is being able to hear when things are out of phase. Right? That's like most of what they do is take and like make sure your stuff is tuned, professionally tuned, and make sure your stuff is professionally phase aligned. This kick hit so much harder than it did minutes ago, and that's because we aligned the phase and we tuned it. How many times do you do that in your beats? No, see, here's the thing, man. With what you guys are saying about the melody, um, like with the half timing it and side chaining it, like when you have like when you have a good raw recording, right? Just like in terms of making the music, right? When you have a good raw recording and the performance is good and you've got a good layer to it, you don't need to go into like fucking goofy computer world and then put all this goofy computer shit on it. Like yeah, you could halftime this, right? Like let's halftime it. Does that really sound better than this? Like that, the whole reason why these beats work, especially like the Dolph style and everything, the Memphis style, Tay Keith and that style, is because they use simple melodies, but they have a lot of high frequency stuff there. That shit that's screaming, this muffled like halftime sound, like this is no, bro. This is like no more. You know what I mean? Like halftime and everything. Like, no, get this shit out of here, bro. It's 2021. We're not halftiming in 2021. We're fucking making beautiful melodies and turning our highs back up. So what was I doing here? Oh. Let's turn the SSL on, shall we? Let's turn the SSL on. Let's get some heat going in here. Good call on the saturation. I like it. I like it. Yeah, using 9,000 plugins on a sound, it just like it's not always the right play. We're gonna get to the sequencing. We're almost there. I don't have anything going to the I don't have the thing going to a preamp. I'm just using the Unison preamp. I'm using the what's that preamp I like? The black preamp I like, the Helios inside of my Apollo, bro. You thought the point was to sound different? I mean, the point is to have fun and be yourself. You know what I mean? Like you just got to make stuff that you like. So boom. So when I lay out how things are going to be arranged, you know, I just start with the idea of making unique patterns, right? You got to have a bunch of unique patterns. So let me just hide this since we don't need this no more. You gotta have a bunch of unique patterns, right? So this is one unique pattern here in the beginning. Bro, this prophet takes up so much space, dude. So, you know, like here we need to change. So we'll take out, this was a unique pattern. This was a pattern. Let's make this a, here we could change this up. We'll change up the drums, right? Go here, duplicate this guy, and we just want to do this. Take this guy, make it repeat. Let's do the velocity on this guy. So this will be an independent pattern, right? We'll take this and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna make the 808s very simple in this one. Make them a lot less busy. I won't do the 2 tunes, right? And then for this, let's go back to the board. So we got these. You thought I was going to reorganize my synths? I thought I did. I thought that's what we did. What the hell's going on here? Something's happening. Why is that shit so late? What is this? What is this madness? We've got madness. Hold on. Ah, I know what it is. I know what it is. Haha, yes, you can't fool me. Get out of here. Let's see. This sounds good already. What makes you decide to add chords? What makes me? I mean, like I don't. What makes me add chords is the like what makes me want to add chords to something is if the what's it called I don't I'm always using chords. Like that's the thing. So what you want to do, like it's the reason why in all my templates I have this up here. Everything I do is based on chords, right? But so let me explain it to you since we're gonna fucking do this. Look. Okay. Let me know if you understand this. Right? This is a chord, right? And So is this. This is also a chord. Just because it doesn't look like this, just because it doesn't look like this on the piano roll, doesn't mean it's not a chord. That's how you know what notes to put into the melody, right? So I'm using a chord. I'm using the one chord, right? And I'm getting ready to do some shit where I bring in the 5, you know, when I do a change up. Even though I'm not like playing all the notes at the same time, you know, we're using chords. Look, this is just like, I don't know if this is gonna stick today, but just look. So this is a C minor chord. Right, that's a C minor chord. This is also a C minor chord. Also, this is a C minor chord. I'm just using a 9th in it. They're all chords. Shit like that is why music theory is important, because like people got music theory fucked up, right? Like people think music theory is like rules for making music, and music theory is just definitions for what you're doing, right? So when you do that, like what you're actually like, when you know what it is, you know that you are arpeggiating a chord. So you don't get into this place where you're making music and you're like, oh, this doesn't have any chords. Like, no, this has chords in it. I'm arpeggiating a C, a C minor chord, and there's a bass in there, right? It's, it's full. That's why like you're looking at this and you're like, man, it's only melodies, but it sounds full, like there's chords. And it's because there are chords just played across different voices. Let me know if any of that makes sense. Oh, did I just... no. Why did I do that? Oh, wait. No, I could do this. No, because then it's going to fuck up the variations. Yeah, Dope Snare, you are aligning something. It's you send it, you're aligning. So the reason why your kick in your your kicks in your 808s, or your kicks in your bass drums, or your kicks in your bass one shots or bass guitars sound weird is because they're out of phase. And if you have fucked up phase relationships, the sound will cancel each other out and it won't hit hard. So what auto align does is you send a signal from one plugin to the other. So I send my kick to my 808, right? So I send it from the kick to the 808, and it reads what like how out of phase it is. So this is telling me that in order for my 808 to be in phase with my kick, it needed to go 301 samples to the left, right? So it was 301 samples out of phase. So what it does is it does that thing where people zoom in on the audio and do it by eye. This does it automatically for you. And it's awesome. So this is us building the verse. This is the actual verse pattern. This is our pre-hook. Now we need to come up with a hook. So we'll take the verse over here, go back, right? Let's see, what can we do to make this special? Oh, I know why I came over here originally. We're potting now. We are potting. Let's go. You know what? Let's give this some water. And this is what I like about this setup, man. I could just it's so easy to so easy to use the pedals now. Shallow water makes everything better. Hit him with that little. Little. They don't know about the. Dehumanize that a bit so it doesn't sound corny. What are the pedals doing? I thought all that was for actual guitar players. The pedals are plugins, bro. Pedals are the original plugins. They're not expensive AF. Some of them are. Check out Chase Bliss 1978 and they sound so they do. Yes, they do. Those are definitely some of the best sounding effects boxes out there. For sure. Band. It's the wave man. You gotta put Valhalla Room on this. Get it verbal. Did I swap out the PX for the P10? Oh no. No. They're different things. They're different things, bro. Kept the PX and the P10. What's the difference between the Prophet X and the Prophet 10? The Prophet X is a stereo. First of all, the Prophet X is a stereo board. The Prophet X has a whole bunch. The Prophet X has a whole bunch of samples inside of it. You got 2 oscillators, 2 samples. It functions as a Rompler, it functions as a synthesizer, and it functions as a Rompler and a synth. It's like Omnisphere on a board. The Prophet 10 is like a Moog 1. Right? That's the difference. So let's bring this guy back over here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to find a what's it called? I want to find like a sci-fi sound. I know there's the 607. Help me out. What's the bank number that's got all the in it? I know there's a lot of sci-fi sounds in this. think I got one. See, I need something too. Oh, you definitely buy yourself the Prophet. That's what you do. Let's try this guy again. We're just trying it, buddy. Okay, just I'm gonna buy it. No, you're gonna fucking give it to me. Fucking give it to me, buddy. You see, like the fundamental of that is on like E. I want to boost up these. this sounds empty. You know what? It'll probably, I'll just leave it. It'll probably sound better with a voice. I'm tripping. You know what you should do there? This should be 808 Fun Time. That's what this should be. Nice, buddy. Unique patterns. You just keep building until you get more and more unique patterns. And then before you know it, that beat that you made that was just this simple melody I want to speed this up a tick. Just a tick. Keep going to little parts, right? Making sure that you don't have, you know, a bunch of patterns that are exact copies of each other, right? So This will feel a little bit different now. Drop this on the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? But look how easy it is to just like take something simple and just keep, it's instead of thinking about it in terms of like in terms of like a in terms of like a big old arrangement, just think about it in terms of, I don't know, bro. Like the way that I work is I won't nothing is final, right? Like I'll catch an idea, I'll execute the idea, and then I'll know that like I need to fix something or something like that. Like and then we'll do it, right? But I didn't have it in my head that like, yo, I need 2 different 808 patterns in my pre-hooks. You know what I mean? I just keep on thinking, how can I make this a little bit more unique on the back end of this song than it was in the beginning of the song? And you see like a simple 808 pattern, like, oh, this could be the 808 pattern that's complicated, and this 808 pattern never plays in the song again. And once you have a whole bunch of little patterns that never play in the song again, even if they're not like huge focal points at the moment, like a melody or a chord progression, you're doing the same thing that like composers who put bridges in songs are doing. You know what I mean? But I'm going to hop off. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday with my wife. You guys keep it simple, but don't be basic. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you.